Alright, it's been 10 days fermenting, which is what was indicated in the recipe for Hokum stomp. Also it's supposed to be, I was supposed to be keeping the temperature of the fermenter to 19 degrees, but that was difficult. The fridge was way too cold, and yeah, it's like 22, 24 right now, and a solid 24 on the bottom. Not too bad, but it's been as high as 28, so worries me a bit. I'm going to taste a little bit now. That's actually not bad. It's got the richness of the Hokum stomp. It's still a bit green, and there's a little bit of hot burn. But I mean, what I'm going to do now is bottle them. So I've got some carbonation drops I'm going to put in the bottles, and yeah, leave them to bottle condition for 2 weeks. Maybe I'll open one after a week and see how it is there. And yeah, should be proper beer after 2 weeks. Hello, it's been 2 weeks now, nearly 2 weeks that my beer has been bottle conditioned. Let me see, today is Friday, so 12 days. But I mean, I have been drinking it the past week, and it's been really good. So just a little carbonation there, because I used half the carbonation drops. Because I prefer a beer that's less carbonated. But yeah, it looks great. It's got a great colour to it. Like just very dark, like maybe slight hint of ruby, like in the light. And it's great. It's really rich, big notes of dark chocolate, and coffee. Maybe a little walnut. Yeah, really rich, really big, really bitter, really nice. And yeah, now for the real test, because I have a can of Hokum stomp right here. So this is Hokum stomp from Deya, which is the actual beer. Like, I've used the same ingredients, same method and everything. This is the real version, because they are nice enough to release the recipe so everyone can make it. So now I'll compare it with a real thing. Starting with the colour. So the first thing you can notice is the carbonation, because like I said, I used half the carbonation drops. So this is a little carbonated, but this is very much carbonated. Colour-wise, they look incredibly similar. Maybe theirs is like slightly darker. Not sure. First thing I can notice is that it's much more carbonated than my one. Obviously, like I said, carbonation drops. In terms of the body, flavours. My one's a lot more bitter now. It's funny because I tried it like last week before it is as developed as this, and it wasn't quite so bitter, and it was more in line with the original, because I bought a few cans of this to test it. So on this one, I almost get like a sort of like creamy sort of lactose kind of thing in the background. I don't know if they wouldn't use any lactose because they use the same recipe. But there's a sort of creaminess to it that mine doesn't quite have. Mine tastes like a little more full-bodied. Doesn't have that creamy thing, and then it's got a big, rich, bitter finish, which, like I say, is kind of odd because when I tried it last week, it did not have that massive, massive bitterness to it. It's a lot more well-rounded and balanced. The original. My one's a bit punchy, especially the finish. This big, punchy, bitter finish. I kind of like it though. It's strange because I compared them last week and they were very, very, very similar, except for the carbonation. But now my beer's kind of it's just developed this massive, massive bitterness towards the end. I wonder why. Maybe it's because I didn't use enough carbonation drops, which is also the priming sugar, to help with the development of the beer in the bottle. But hey, it's still a good beer, and considering it's the first time I've ever brewed, I'm pretty happy with that. Cheers.